In a world where military might often dictate diplomatic dialogue, Japan has stunned the international community with an unprecedented move. A nation once bound by the chains of pacifism is now unleashing a beast that could reshape the balance of power in Asia. They call it Godzilla, not the monster that once terrorized Tokyo in fiction, but a technological marvel that's about to revolutionize aerial warfare. For decades, Japan watched from the sidelines as China and Russia paraded their military prowess. But now, in an unexpected twist that has left military analysts speechless, this traditionally peaceful nation is about to unveil what might be the most advanced fighter jet ever created. A warplane so sophisticated, it makes America's F-22 Raptor look like yesterday's technology. But what could drive a peace-loving nation to create such a formidable weapon? As tensions rise in the East and shadows of conflict loom over the Pacific, Japan's transformation from a defensive player to a military innovator signals something bigger brewing beneath the surface. The seeds of this dramatic transformation were planted in the ashes of World War II. Japan, a nation devastated by atomic fire, embraced pacifism not just as a policy, but as a core part of its identity. Article 9 of its constitution, written under U.S. influence, explicitly renounced war and the maintenance of military forces. For decades, this arrangement served Japan well, focusing on economic growth while sheltering under America's protective umbrella. But China's meteoric rise has shattered this comfortable status quo. With an arsenal that now includes advanced stealth fighters like the J-20 and a 6-to-1 numerical advantage in combat aircraft, China's military presence looms large over Japanese airspace. Live fire drills in the East China Sea and ballistic missile tests near Taiwan have pushed Japan to a stark realization. In this new era of warfare, pacifism might be a luxury it can no longer afford. For Japan, the obvious solution seemed simple: acquire America's F-22 Raptor, the crown jewel of aerial warfare. With its unmatched capabilities, it could have leveled the playing field against Chinese and Russian threats, but in a move that would reshape the future of Japanese aviation, the U.S. Congress banned all F-22 exports, even to their closest Pacific ally. This seeming setback proved to be a blessing in disguise. Rather than accept military inferiority, Japan chose a bold path that shocked military analysts worldwide, developing their own 6th-generation fighter aircraft. While China and Russia were still perfecting their 5th-generation fighters, Japan set its sights on leapfrogging an entire generation of technology. The project would become known as the FX program, but first they needed to prove they could master the cutting-edge technologies such an ambitious project would require. Enter the Mitsubishi X-2 Shinshin, Japan's first step toward aerial supremacy. This experimental prototype wasn't just another test aircraft. It was a flying laboratory that would prove Japan could compete with the best in aerospace technology. Between 2016 and 2018, this sleek demonstrator would revolutionize Japanese military aviation. Though modest in size, the X-2's innovations would make even American engineers take notice. Japanese engineers replaced traditional control cables with a groundbreaking fly-by-optics system, using fiber optic cables to transmit data at the speed of light, immune to electromagnetic interference that could cripple conventional fighters. Its cropped delta wings enabled stability at angles that would send other fighters tumbling from the sky. But the X-2's most remarkable feature was its stealth capability. The airframe was embedded with microscopic antennas that could analyze and counter incoming radar signals in real time. Combined with radar-absorbing materials and carefully shaped surfaces, the X-2 proved that Japan had mastered the black art of stealth technology. The success of this prototype was more than just a technological triumph. It was a statement to the world. But even as the X-2 was demonstrating its capabilities, Japanese engineers were already drawing up plans for something far more ambitious. Something that would earn the nickname Godzilla. In 2020, as the world grappled with unprecedented challenges, Japan quietly began development of what would become known as the Mitsubishi FX. But why did this new fighter earn the moniker Godzilla? The answer lies in its sheer scale. This beast is set to dwarf even America's F-22 Raptor, already considered one of the largest fighter aircraft in service. Like its namesake, the FX is about to tower over its predecessors. But size is just the beginning of this story. Just as the fictional Godzilla evolved to face new threats, the FX represents a dramatic evolution in fighter design. Gone are the traditional hydraulic systems that have powered aircraft controls for generations. In their place, electric actuators give the FX unprecedented freedom of movement, uninhibited by the physical limitations that constrain other fighters. Even its construction breaks with tradition. Where other aircraft rely on thousands of metal fasteners, The FX uses advanced adhesive molding, creating an airframe that's both lighter and stronger than anything that's come before. At the heart of this mechanical monster beats a pair of engines that would make any aerospace engineer's jaw drop, the XF-9, each capable of generating more than 20 tons of thrust. But raw power isn't enough in modern aerial combat. These engines incorporate three-dimensional thrust vectoring nozzles, allowing the FX to perform maneuvers that would be impossible for conventional fighters. Imagine a ballet dancer who can pirouette in any direction while sprinting at supersonic speeds. That's the level of agility we're talking about. But what truly sets Godzilla apart is its brain rather than its brawn. The FX isn't just designed to be a standalone fighter, it's conceived as the centerpiece of a networked battlefield. Advanced AI systems will process combat data in real time, coordinating with other aircraft, ground forces, and even autonomous drones. And when it comes to combat capabilities, the FX's arsenal is nothing short of revolutionary. If you think Godzilla's size is impressive, wait until you see its teeth. The FX's sensor suite reads like a wish list from a science fiction novel. At its core is an advanced radar system that doesn't just detect enemy aircraft, it sees straight through their stealth technology. Using cutting-edge gallium nitride semiconductors, this radar can spot a stealth fighter from distances that would make even American engineers envious. But radar is just the beginning. The FX combines infrared cameras, passive radio frequency sensors, and a network of sophisticated electronic warfare systems into what might be the most comprehensive threat detection system ever created. And when those threats are detected, that's where things get really interesting. Unlike conventional fighters that rely solely on missiles and guns, the FX packs a secret weapon, a microwave cannon. This directed energy weapon can potentially disable incoming missiles and enemy electronics without firing a single bullet. But perhaps even more revolutionary is what follows in Godzilla's wake. A swarm of autonomous combat drones. These loyal wingman drones aren't just simple followers, they're advanced combat aircraft in their own right, capable of identifying targets, launching weapons, and even sacrificing themselves to protect their master. Imagine a pack of wolves hunting in perfect coordination, with the FX as the alpha, and you'll begin to understand how this system will revolutionize aerial combat. The FX's stealth capabilities make earlier attempts at radar invisibility look primitive by comparison. Its serpentine air ducts and internal weapons bay are advanced, but the real magic happens when its plasma stealth system activates, creating temporary energy fields that can literally deflect incoming radar waves. It's as if the aircraft can create its own electromagnetic smokescreen at will. But here's where things get even more interesting. Japan isn't keeping all this technology to itself. Recent developments suggest they're sharing their innovations with some unexpected partners. In a plot twist that nobody saw coming, Japan has joined forces with two unlikely partners: the United Kingdom and Italy. This collaboration, known as the Global Combat Air Program, might be the biggest shakeup in military aviation since the F-35 project. But why would Japan, after investing so heavily in its own fighter program, suddenly decide to share its technological crown jewels? The answer lies in the numbers. Since 2018, the UK's Team Tempest, a dream team of defense giants including BAE Systems, Leonardo UK, and Rolls-Royce, has been pouring resources into developing their own next-generation fighter. By combining their expertise with Japan's cutting-edge technology, they're sharing costs, but more than that, they're creating a technological powerhouse that could dominate the skies for decades to come. The stakes are astronomical. The UK has already committed £230 million to the project, with £30 million dedicated to planning and digital design, and another £200 million for a full-scale power system demonstrator. But it's Japan's contribution that has everyone talking. Their expertise in stealth technology, advanced sensors, and drone integration could be the key to leapfrogging both Chinese and Russian aircraft development. This isn't just about building a better fighter jet, it's about reshaping the global balance of power. Together, these nations are developing technologies that could revolutionize warfare itself. Artificial intelligence systems that can outthink enemy fighters, augmented reality cockpits that give pilots superhuman awareness, and radical new propulsion systems that could redefine what's possible in aerial combat. But as this international collaboration unfolds, a crucial question remains. Could this partnership lead to something even more formidable than the Godzilla FX? For Japan, The Godzilla FX represents more than just a leap in military technology. It's a statement to the world. A nation once bound by the constraints of its pacifist constitution is now poised to become a leader in military aviation. But the timing of this transformation is no coincidence. As China tightens its grip on the South China Sea and tensions rise around Taiwan, Japan's new fighter could be the deterrent that maintains peace in the Pacific. If Taiwan were to fall, Japan's southern islands would become increasingly vulnerable, and vital trade routes could be threatened. The FX, combined with the power of international collaboration, might be the shield that prevents such a scenario. The beast has been unleashed, and the world of military aviation will never be the same. As the skies above Asia become increasingly contested, one thing is clear. The nation that once rose from the ashes of war has found a new way to protect peace, not through pacifism, but through technological supremacy. The only question that remains is who will be next to feel Godzilla's roar.